Fuck it, I'll bite. K hasn't had a decent spoops threat in a while. Be me, summer 2021. Road trip out to Idaho from East Coast for best friend's wedding. Turned the whole thing into a giant camping trip across the US. Return trip, hit up Glacier National Park. Decide to park near Kintla Lake, within pissing distance from Canuck Land. Pick related is roughly the route I took. Park at Kintla Lake Ranger Station. Hike from Ranger Station up the coast of the lake, follow Kintla Creek until it levels out, then head up to some higher ground. Pitch tent. Vibe. Fast forward to nighttime. Fire is burning, the vibes are immaculate. Go to take a piss before bed, hike a few dozen yards from camp. Come around a corner of rock and see this hairless coyote-looking thing. It turns and sees me, we both freeze. It stares me dead in the eyes for a solid 10 seconds before snarling and running towards me. Shitfucksha.jpg. Draw pistol, a SNW 642 in .38 special. Thing stops. In its tracks, looks confused, looks me in the eyes again. Raise gun, thing runs off. Well, that was weird. GIF. Take piss, go back to tent, can't shake this feeling I'm being watched. Eventually get in tent and go to sleep. Wake up at like 4 a.m. to this awful feeling of what I can only describe as dread. Grab pistol and get out of the tent, add another log onto the embers of my campfire. As fire grows again, I see that coyote dog thing again, staring me in the eyes again. I get a better look at it while we have our staring contest. Not gonna green text a description. It looked like a hairless coyote, but it didn't really make any sense. Its skin on its face was super tight, almost forcing it to keep its mouth open, completely, but everywhere else the skin was super baggy and almost falling off the body. It looked like there was hair or something on its feet, but I didn't really get a good look at its feet. It stares at me, I stare back. It was making direct eye contact with me. Not like how regular dogs do, but almost human-like eye contact. It stands up and starts running at me. Draw pistol and fire 2 rounds. All aboard the EE train. Thing turns and starts running off. Fire last 3 rounds at it. I know at minimum the last 2 shots hit it. Panic time. Winner. Go back to tent and grab rifle. Winchester 97 on left of pick related. Not gonna bother digging around in my bag for my extra pistol rounds. Come back out of tent and see some shape running towards me. Raise rifle and fire. Thwap.mp3. Whatever it is fucks off. Wait until sunrise before packing my shit and hoofing out of the park. No clue what the hell I shot, never saw a body or any tracks. Somewhat similar story. Be me, working in LGS, local boomer LTC instructor using range space for classes. LTC instructor is offering classes in marksmanship to local Girl Scouts troop, 8 kids in total. I get to help, and he and I learned to shoot from our dads who were both Marines. So freaking cute to see them elbow the sling and shit. It's adorable. Like little pink Lee Harvey Oswalds. 0.22 seconds at 50 yards, 3 rounds PR shooter PR turn. Using previously used targets with holes covered in tape. Slow, calm, explain all details. They disassemble rifle, remove the bolt, and put it back. LTC instructor records everyone's score. Every single girl got no larger than a 7 group, which is pretty good I think. Day wraps up. Snack time of Vienna sausages, crackers and coffee. One last thing afore you'll go. LTC instructor brings out SKS. Now everybody put your hearing protection on, and I'll show you what a centerfire rifle is like compared to the rimfire. Everybody. Ready? Alright. Alright, Ashley, what's the third rule of gun safety? Treat every gun as it were loaded. That is correct. LTC points rifle downrange, empties mag in 3 seconds. Much loud, very fun, so ejection, wow. The rifle is now no longer loaded. Does that matter? No. That is correct. Parents pick up kids, fun was had by all. Each girl got a shell case. This is actually not copy pasta, and even to this day I'm still surprised that I'm alive. Be me at 5 or 6 years old. Playing alone outside at grandma's house. Playing some fucking basketball with those plastic hoops, fuck yeah. White van pulls up. 5 Mexicans in the car, 3 jump out of the side door and motion for me to come over. I stand there, I've had the stranger danger talk, but I'm still fucking 5 or 6, and it's hard to think of things other than basketball at that time. 2 of them start to approach me, one even does the cliche "we have candy." This is all in the span of like 10 seconds. Suddenly hear yelling from next door. Off-duty cop came outside just at the right time to see all this. He draws his service weapon and orders them all to stop. One of the Mexicans continues walking towards me. Cop yells at him, Mexican continues, cop fires 3 shots and drops him like a rock. All this is probably 5 to 10 feet from me. The rest scramble back into the van and tear out. Cop runs over and checks on me, then checks on the Mexican. He had taken 1 in the head and 2 in the side. He very much dead. By this time my mom had heard all this commotion, runs outside and takes me inside. All in all, afterwards I never get to play outside unless supervised, and I never perfect my under the legs dunk on my plastic hoop. Completely unrelated to the thread. Be me. Be like 14. Driving pick. Out cruising around aimlessly, because I'm retarded child. It's like 10 or 11, really dark out. Turn into through a grass alley behind some shitty strip mall that leads to a baseball park. I creep through places like this because as far as I knew at the time there was no cops and I had no license at the time. See a SUV parked in the middle of the gravel lot. In my mind I figure it's some teenagers, young adults kissing, fucking or drinking drugs. Want to fuck with them. Charge into the alley, foot on the floor. Mud on the headlights, can't see worth a fuck. See a blue banner down the side. It's a motherfucking city cop, I realize as I am fishtailing out in front of him. Blue lights before I get out of the parking lot. He has to call my parents to come get me and drive my truck home. While we're waiting for them, he was laughing like a motherfucker. He was scared absolutely shitless cause of this big ass old gorilla. Truck barreling at his ass from out of nowhere like he was about to be hit by a fucking train. Can't believe I got away with that. Be me. Go on camping trip with honey. Bring ham radio for emergency. Set up tent, start fire, eat dinner and s'mores. Honey gets frisky. Get into tent. Start to fool around. Hear something faint on ham radio. WTF, did I leave it on? Put it to my ear. What are you doing with my daughter? Radio shuts off. Tell honey what I heard. But, my dad is dead. Then who was ham? Be me. Can't afford college. Buddy wants me to work with him at a prison. Okay, cool, whatever. Pretty enjoyable. Alright, gonna find something else. Hey. Anon. You're pretty good, don't leave, here's Sergeant. Yeah, alright, whatever. Hey, Sergeant Anon, Lieutenant Dickbit is retiring, want the job? Yeah, sure I guess. Hey, Lieutenant Anon, do you want to become a US Marshal? There's a cadet slot open, and we can nominate you. That sounds neat, sure, thanks. That's how I got here. With some college along the way, because it was free reimbursed. Be me. Eurofag. Never touched a functional firearm in my life. Be at work. Must cut bricks with a circular saw. Cut our shit and irregular. Autism kicks in. Remember the hundreds of YouTube gun videos I watched in my free time. Remember how to actually aim a gun properly. Aim the saw like I would aim a gun. The cuts are now clean and straight. How did your gun experience help you in your life? Be me. Have stack on safe. Want to forge the key for it because I misplaced a spare one. Go to Cambodian Tire. Paggy tells me that they can't make a copy. Go to Home Dipshit. Waddling Boomer tells me that they can't make it either. You gotta befakinkidding.mp3. Decide to go to a locksmith with hopes they could make a copy. Worker there tells me that they can't make it either. It's the 21st century and somehow forging a piece of fucking metal is impossible. I don't want to go through Stack-On's bullshit since they're US based. Be me. Anyone who sets foot in my house, be it friends or relatives, knows I collect guns. Anyone who sets foot in my house knows he's not to touch my guns under any circumstance. Never happened because I lock everything in the safe when I have people over, except for the bad things never happen to you until they do gun, which I keep holstered. Decide to see how if the various sermons about gun safety worked on the friends that come over often, all of them are noggins. Forget a convincing 1-1, metal pieces, rackable, stamp as the real thing as opposed to Tokyo Marui or something, and see unloaded airsoft replica on the couch behind where I sat. Order takeaway. Takeaway arrives, I get up to get it, the trap is set. Come back with food to one of my friends brandishing the gun, finger on the trigger and red is dead safety. Visible, it's an airsoft, so the safety lever isn't even there, but I stress the red is dead part in my sermons. MFW. Have you had similar experiences? How should I punish my friend? I was thinking something like bring him to the range and have him fire the real thing till his hands hurt real bad, and showing him what could have happened in pictures. My sister is a surgeon and has trauma manuals with gunshot wounds, pictures, detailing everything, wood channels, how to treat, how the patients made it or died and so on. Because I don't think getting yelled at and pelted in the ass with 6mm plastic pellets was enough of a lesson, didn't even bruise his buttocks.